Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the back of the defense.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. His first throw is an interception. And the Titans force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 27. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. Buying some time right. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he gets this forward to the 19. Only 1 yard, but when all you need is an inch or two, Brock, that'll still move the chains.
That is some old-school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They give it to him again. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans parlay the interception into points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Another carry for him. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now it's Young. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
3rd and long for him here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Give on the counter. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. From the gun, Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Makes a cut to the... He's off to the races! Into the red zone. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders need only one to take the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Levis. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
The give here on 2nd. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go Levis. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. All set up now for 1st and 10. Levis from the shotgun. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He gets another shot here. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Titans take a 2nd quarter lead. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Fires right away, but incomplete.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders. with a 2nd and 7. Give now to the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Young looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Levis. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Titans will have a 1st down. Here's Levis. Finds the in route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
One final shot before halftime. Bails out of the pocket quick. Gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans will extend their lead as time expires in the half. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Trying the handoff. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing is Levis. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They give it to him again. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Young throwing here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running this one left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now Young. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. First down play, that's him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on third down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it'll be Raider football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Dukes out a one-stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Second and 6 coming up here. Hand off to the back. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap now to Young. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for it, Young. He connects downfield on 4th. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the first on 4th down. Plowing up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Young to throw it. Catch is made in close. He has the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They hand this one off. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's the give. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the handoff. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Levis. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down here at the 16. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He tries to sneak it, and that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
The give now out of the shotgun. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw. Touchdown, Tennessee. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Setting up to pass. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll look to throw it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They can bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
A tight end in motion now. Throwing now. Got a man. Bowers has it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now to throw. Caught by the open man. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Chased out to his right. He's on the move.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Young working from the gun. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw it. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision. But when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Levis from the shotgun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store For all those fans in the stands, we're headed for overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those two possessions, the next score would then win. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 48. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Levis. Oh, big interception here. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Raiders surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
show you lame, how to do